Good afternoon, or good evening, actually. Here we
Good
are,
evening.
episode 8.
8.
Episode 8.
Bro,
8,
2
brother,
months of
8.
this. Man.
Gearheads and Guardians, y'all. How about it? Good
How
evening.
about it?
Or good
This is
evening.
crazy, crazy.
Here we are, episode
Right?
8. Episode 8. I know.
Bro, 2 months of this. Man.
Gearheads and Guardians, y'all. How about it? Good evening. About it.
I, I think it's me. Hold on.
Here we are, episode 8. You got YouTube open?
Yeah, I did. I turned it off. Sorry about that.
Mute it. No, just mute it. That's all I do. I have 2 monitors
Yeah.
going too. So anyway.
Yeah, it's easier to be able to chat like this when, on a keyboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So here we are again, episode 8 of Gearheads and Guardians. Hey, our friend from Australia is back again.
Yeah.
How are you, girl? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate
Welcome, welcome.
Mike, again,
I'm going to quickly say
your progression too.
I want to quickly say I was not expecting, when you and I set out to do this, we were just going to banter online like two idiots that, that's all we were going to do. And we have people, this is cool. I appreciate all of you.
No, and you know what? No, we wouldn't want to get rid of you anyway. We really
Absolutely
do
not.
hanging out with this. So, again, episode 8 of Gearheads and Guardians. Here we are. This week we're going to talk a lot about CBD. We're going to talk about the charity that we run, or that I should say Hessler runs, and I just help out with. I'm just the pretty face. He's the brains behind it all. He's the brains. I'm just the pretty face. No wonder our charity is no, I'm kidding. anyway, and then we're going to talk about how you can get involved with it and how you can support relief for troops. You can support the cause that we're trying to do, trying to help out veterans. You can support your own pocketbook as well. You can make some money at it, and you can have a better healthier life. And I've been doing CBD. Oh shit! How long has it been since I've been doing it now? It's probably been 3 years. I've been doing CBD.
Yeah,
and,
it was a little bit after me.
I've been trying different forms of it, and doing the Zalease, man. It's just, man, it's 180 degree. I mean, I haven't found anything as good as Zalease as of yet, and I think we're good. I don't think we need to go any farther. I really do believe that the way Zalease does their research, the way they the actual, and what I mean by deliver the product, I don't mean like this is how it's coming to your house. I'm saying how they get how the actual CBD works and is delivered into your system. It's 100% pure, no junk. I'm just like super impressed with it, and got a little surprise for y'all. M&C's got a little something.
Oh, man.
Really gonna surprise the mess out of y'all. I was, and don't get me wrong. Now I know for a fact that Zalease is a wonderful product. Okay, and it's more than just CBD. They even have stuff for your pets, man. They have stuff for your pets. They have vitamins, skincare products, y'all. Right. So you're all into the prim, proper, looking pretty, and all that stuff. They got stuff for that too.
Yep.
So it's a whole different lifestyle, man. It is, and since I started doing it, man, I almost want to cry, man. But it is. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can sleep at night. I wake up and I feel like I'm energized. I feel like I can take on the world, man. It's amazing. So, and what we have for you tonight is we have somebody that's been taking this stuff since 2018, 2019, surviving leukemia on this alone, on Zalease alone. Okay, that guy right there, my best friend. He's had leukemia for way longer than I'd like to admit, but by using Zalise, he's still kicking. You know, by dead to rights, the man should be 6 foot under.
Yeah,
And he's the VA system is actually doing a study on him right now to figure out how the hell this is actually working. You know, so with that being said, I'm going to let the subject matter expert handle that. All right, he's going to tell us a little bit about it. So, Andrew, tell us all the good news.
man. It's a long time. It's been a long time. I've been on it for some time, and I've said it in our past you know podcasts that I've been on since 2018 when I was introduced to it. But um, to sit here and be able to talk about it, and then live it, and Mike, he's in the chat right now. If anybody's watching, go back and read through and listen to what Mike said about how his life is starting to change for the better.
Three
And
weeks
it's
he's been on it, y'all. 3 weeks.
yeah, I think, and that's exactly right. 3 weeks is on one dropper a day to go from his condition to where he is at now in 3 weeks, and it's not a miracle, but what it is a true testament to there is a healthier life out there. You have to believe in the science. So, Mike, I applaud you. I'm so happy that you're feeling better. Give it time. Watch what happens in 6 months. Watch what happens in a year. Just it's absolutely amazing. Chuck, I would not sit here today and tell you what I know and what it's done for me, if I hadn't been on it. I probably wouldn't be sitting here like I am. The chemo did its job. It really did. I'm not going to lie. But it also came with a lot of stuff, right? And we all know that. We know that cancer. And then we talk about Toby Keith. He just passed away. A sad day, very sad day. And sometimes you have that survivor's guilt where he had stomach cancer, and it took him after a long hard battle for a couple of years. It took my dad. It's taken other people that we know, and I'm surviving it. And I think, when we talk about these kind of products, I think the stigma starts to get real thin when you actually hear that there is some legitimacy to this. Zalise has done their homework. If I could, and I had the time, to bring in all of our ambassadors that's in our upline, they could sit here and tell you way more about what's going on with it than what I know. But I can tell you this: 100% organic. The hemp is male hemp only, grown by the United States Department of Agriculture. It is, by law, they have to state on their bottle it contains, no more than 0.03% THC, but that's a federal law. They have to put that on the bottle.
They have to put that on
there. They have to put it on there, but I'm here to testament. I have all my urinalysis that I take that do drug screens just for that specific reason, because of where I work. I need to be able to prove that, no, I'm good. There's nothing in it, except for good stuff. And you and I were talking, Chuck, before about, we were looking through the vitamins, and you were talking about the vitamins and the lifestyle and things like that. If you read the label, and if you can search and probably pull it up, but if you read the label of a bottle of CBD, the nutrients that are in it is absolutely amazing. Like vitamin B, vitamin this. There's really so many organic properties to it that it's really amazing. So we talk about cancer in itself, the different forms of cancer. We have to remember that cancer itself is an attack on the body, or an attack on itself, mutant cells. Right. You have your mast type cancers, and then you have your blood type cancers, right? You have your gastro cancers, that's in the fluid, right? Like what my dad passed away from, it's in the fluid. The thing about cancer cells, though, no matter what kind of cancer it is that it's a cancer cell and it has proteins just like our normal cells do. And inside CBD is this element called CBG. And I don't know if you can see it in the picture that we have up, but they have a bottle called CBG. It's actually the lavender one. It's the last large one on. If you're looking at your screen on the right hand side, it's called CBG. That is actually found inside CBD. And what we found out was on a mutant cell, the CBG or CBD, if you will, attaches to the protein that chemo does, and it prevents other cells from attaching. And when other cells can't attach and they're immature mutant cells, they eventually die off. And that is the key proponent to CBD and cancer is time, allowing it to work. You do not feel an effect except for energy, and it's not like a blast of energy, but it's an energy over time. And the effect of CBD and CBG on a cancer cell, and on the larger masses, the cells actually shrink. Now in leukemia, it prevents other mutants. The chronic myeloid that I have, what it does is that my body starts producing a lot of white blood cells that are immature. So they call immature cells mutant cells. Well, when that happens, they actually split into 4 cells instead of 2. And when they split into 4, the body says, "Uh-oh, I've got an attacker in my body," and then what it does is it starts pumping white blood cells to go kill it, and what it's doing is it's pumping more immature blood cells, and it's just next thing you know, we got all these white blood cells just in the bloodstream and what have you, not building. CBG and CBD keep it from attaching to itself. Now,
Gotcha.
and that's the key proponent or the key science behind CBD. And my oncologist at the time, Dr. Jill McPherson, found this out, and she's like, I really want to do some more research, So going back to the product itself is how does it get into our body, right? Well, Zalise started out with just the dropper, right? The dropper, and the dropper has distilled water in it. And what they did is they were able to take the oil, the CBD oil, the molecules, and shrink them down so that the body can absorb them. So imagine taking a tablespoon of olive oil and putting it in water, right? And you mix it up. How much of that water or how much of that oil are you really going to get in your body, right?
Not much. Yeah,
you're correct. You're not going to get all of it because the oil can't break down. Well, Zalise took it, and they found a way to break the molecules of CBD down. And I want to say it's 7 nanos. I want to say, don't quote me on it, but I believe that's what it is. Yeah, 7 nanogram. And that's small. And what that does is it allows more of the CBD to be absorbed into your receptors.
Mm-hmm.
So out of one dropper, which is I believe 1 milliliter or milligram, whatever the one dropper is. Yeah,
I think it is 1 mg.
Right. Out of one dropper, you're going to get 26.6 milligrams of CBD. That comes out to about 94 to 96% absorption from 100% of CBD.
Right.
And the key to it is the distilled water mixed with the smaller size oil. That's what they do. They use distilled water and break it down.
Your body will break down or will absorb water faster than anything.
Correct. Exactly. And what you don't, and then you hold it up here. I do 2 minutes to make sure it gets in good, and then when I swallow it, the rest goes in my gut, and then it gets absorbed down there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. I mean, I want to go back to Mike real quick as
Mhm.
proof of he doesn't have cancer. He has other ailments, right? But just like we said before, we all react the same way. It's just whether or not we have things that have to react the same way ailment wise as the next person. And I
Mhm.
think that's probably part of the stigma of, well, if it worked for him, it's not going to work for me. Or, you know, um, I have these kind of pain problems, and how come he's getting better and I'm taking longer? Well, I mean, that's the human body, right? It's the human body.
Right on.
You just have to stay with it and believe in the science and believe in what you're doing. And um, we have the three different flavors there: berry, lemon, and raw. The CBG is hibiscus. It tastes like lavender. It's really good. And I want to talk about the CBG real quick while we're talking about cancer. That was like one of the very first or second new products that they did after their CBD and their main products that they came out with when they first started. CBG. Their scientists took the CBG element out of CBD, pulled it out, and they magnified it by 60 times.
Mhm.
So you take CBD with a bottle with a dropper of CBG. In my opinion, and this is only Nitro's opinion, and I'll say it here, the best cancer fighting combination you will find on the market outside of a doctor's radiation or chemotherapy. I'm going to tell you that right now. No side effects, and it works without any outside influence. Absolutely amazing. And so CBG with CBD, can't beat it, man.
Right on, right on. And like I said, um, 2016. Oh, he says,
Oh,
actually, Dave,
okay.
I have had cancer, but I beat it this
Hey,
time
you
and
know what? I
complete.
didn't know. My apologies, but see, we survive. Congratulations. Yes.
Man, well, absolutely,
And to that
absolutely.
note, Mike, you watch what happens. Um, I'm off chemo with active cancer. I'm not. I say that with all humility. I am not anybody special. I just happen to um, not be smart enough to take myself off, or not be smart, and I went ahead and took myself off chemo and hoped and prayed that the science worked, and it is. So you're actually on the road to also helping prevent cancer again. I promise you that the stuff will work for you. So good stuff.
But as I was saying, now I had a motorcycle accident in 2016,
Hmm.
and I had to have my right leg rebuilt. Um, I smashed my face. It was bad, and and then after I got my leg fixed and was in bed for 3 years, got back on my feet. I was back on my feet for just about a year, almost a little over a year,
Hmm.
and I had to end up having a knee replacement surgery, so they had to go and take all that hardware back. I had rods in my leg, from my knee to my hip. I had
Hmm.
another one from the outside of my knee to the inside of my knee, screws, plates, pins, all kinds of stuff. And
Yeah.
yes, it was Bionic Rocco,
Yep.
exactly.
I remember.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you remember all those pictures I had. Well,
Hmm.
you know, after having all them things and all them operations and the scars and muscle damage and stuff like that, Zalise has really helped me recover. I mean, even since 2016, and I just recently started taking this, and my leg, it felt great before, but man, it's just like, holy cow, this is for real, man. My leg feels
Hmm.
really good, man.
Yeah.
My shoulder doesn't hurt. Well, I take that back. It hurts, but I'm able to move. I'm able to move still.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not to the point where I can't move like I was. You know what I mean? And that's what's kept me going. And I thank the good Lord for this, man. I really do.
Yeah.
But
And one of the keys to that is inflammation, man. Um, the body fights pain before it fights fixing itself.
you're right.
That's
Absolutely.
what people, when people want their medicines and they go and get their opioids and they go get their, right now. I want the fix right now. Really, what that is taking the edge off of the pain because the body can't focus on repairing it or helping reduce it because of inflammation and pain.
Right.
The brain attacks, and this is my understanding. This is how I interpret it. If you got a pain right now, it's not going to worry about the injury. It's going to worry about the pain. That's why unless
Right.
you're hurt.
Exactly. That's a fact.
So
That is a fact.
it's true. So when you take CBD, there is no instant I'm awesome. You're going to sleep good that first night. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That I promise you.
You're
You'll
good
sleep
night.
good.
Yep. And the most common thing is people's knees start feeling better after the first night. And the reason why that is because instead of when you go through your gut, it takes a little bit for medicines to get through the body, right? It's got to get absorbed or whatever. But when you put it in your C1, C2 receptors up here, it's instantaneous. So if you've never taken CBD before and you take a shot of CBD, you're gonna that first night you're gonna wake up going, I have no idea what happened, and you don't
Right.
wake up weird either. It is
Well, yeah,
simply
and you're not gonna get high from this stuff either. Just so you know,
no,
you're not gonna get a high from this.
no.
So
You're
that's a common misconception that a lot of people have about
yes,
CBD. Oh, you're getting high. No, you're not.
no, you're not.
Absolutely not.
You're absolutely correct, but your lights out.
Yeah,
And
and that's why, it's to add to that, your body heals better when what? You're rested. If
mhm,
your body is rested, you will heal faster
mhm,
and more proficient at that. Okay.
yes,
As much stuff as I've been through, and I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried acupuncture, dry needling, you know, I even went and tried Tai Chi. I've tried all different kinds of things, you know. Now I will say this, um, doing the dry needling, that really helped a lot. Okay. I wish I would have known about Zalise then because I would
mhm,
have put the 2 together and it would have been amazing.
mhm.
Amazing.
You, you're absolutely right. When it was hard for me when I started taking the chemo. Um, I had just started getting into jujitsu, and the body it was I had to work real hard. I was a big guy. I am a big guy. I'm right just shy of 6 foot, about 240 pounds. But I was a bodybuilder, and I started getting into jujitsu. And when the chemo kicked in, and then started inflaming, some time after I started taking it, it was very hard for me to do jujitsu. I got into Zalise, and I could actually do what I needed to do. I could imagine me flying through the air and doing somersaults. I mean, that's what I was able to do. Um, and
Like a boulder.
true, and the landing wasn't fun if you didn't do it right, but I was able to move, and the sleep. You're absolutely right, man. Your body builds when it sleeps. My days of bodybuilding, when I was bodybuilding,
Mm,
you had to get a lot of rest because that's how your body grew. Well, your body fixes itself at night also. So
mhm.
if you take this before you go to sleep, I'm here to tell you, lights out, and you'll wake up refreshed. But you'll start noticing that you're able to get out of bed a little bit easier. You're
Right.
starting to be able to move a little bit because the inflammation's down.
Now
You
here's something
know,
I wanna ask you,
yeah,
okay? And this is something that we had when we were talking earlier, before the show, because I know that's another misconception that I've heard, okay? "Oh, well, you could put you to sleep, but you can't wake up, somebody shakes you, you're dead out." That's a
no,
farce, that's not true. That is
yeah,
not true. If you take this and, even if you took more than you're supposed to, somebody
hmm
shakes you, you're gonna wake up.
hmm
If somebody says, "Hey, wake up," you're gonna wake up, you know
yeah,
what I mean? You're not gonna be all, "Ugh."
you're
You're
not,
not gonna be a zombie or nothing like that. You
yeah,
will wake up. No worries, okay?
yeah. But, before when I first started taking this and I started going down this road, right? You just hit on something about you can take you can't take too much of this stuff because your body can only absorb so much. So let's start there. there's only so much your body's going to absorb. Your body can only absorb 32 ounces of or 32 grams of protein at a time. Your body can only absorb X amount of stuff, at one time. That's why 26 milligrams. Your body reacts at 6 milligrams. We're giving you 26. That's all you're getting. But
Right.
I did something when I went to the VA because there was a lot of question going on because I had to validate some stuff where I work, and I said, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a drug screen, my next blood draw, because at that time I was giving blood draw every 2 weeks because of the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I took three full droppers that morning. Gave it time to get into my system. Went and did my blood draw. And when they came back with the drug screen, there's nothing picked. There's zero THC.
That's because there
And
is no THC in it.
yeah,
But
correct.
by law, they have to put that
They have to. They say that.
0.03% or whatever. They
Right.
have to by law.
Yeah,
But
you cannot OD on it. You can't. First of all, I'm going to say this in all open air. You cannot OD on weed. If you're a big pothead, you're just going to sleep and be hungry, right?
let's talk to
You
Snoop.
correct. Yeah, you cannot OD on grass. So if people have the stigma about, well, what if I take too much CBD, or what if I don't wake up? You got other problems if you don't wake up. It ain't because of this.
And it's not CBD.
And it's not CBD. I'm here to tell you. So yes.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
So all right, check it out. Now, I did want to ask you, because I'm still pretty new to Zalise. Totally digging what I'm getting so far from it. But I know there's a whole bunch of other products out there too.
Mhm.
Like they even have hemp free products. Okay. But they
Mhm.
have like the vitamins, skincare, like topical pain relievers and things like that. They
Mhm.
even have the stuff for your pets. Is that right?
Oh, absolutely. I give it to my dogs. They have it. They have it. It's a pet formulation that is not any different except for one. It tastes like salmon, and um, the uh, the dosages for animals are a little bit different. And it comes in a smaller bottle because you don't need as much. But it is the exact same stuff that we take, same delivery system, um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same thing. I had two wiener dogs, and Sprinty jumped off the couch or the bed one time, and he
Nice.
slipped a disc in his back, and he lost use of his legs for a little bit, and it came back, and then I started giving him the CBD, and we didn't fix the problem. It kind of healed on its own, but he had a little bit of damage in there. But the CBD helped him live. He lives
Allowed him to recover quicker. Right on.
absolutely, absolutely, and you know, remember, CBD doesn't fix the ailment; it makes the ailment easier to deal with while helping your body do other things that is fixable through your
Yeah.
endocannabinoid system. Hmm.
Yeah, it's allowing your body to repair, and it's allowing your body to fix itself instead of
Hmm.
relying on, oh, let me show you here. Instead of relying on all this,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
you know.
Yep.
So, and the thing, and let me tell you this now. This is the one for you too. Okay,
Yep.
diabetics. If you are a
Oh yeah.
diabetic, if you are this story really freaked me out. I was like, what? There's a product they have. It's called Ultra Burn. Okay,
Burn. Yep.
it it helps you. It helps you burn. If you even for like a weight loss, it works really good for that.
Hmm.
If you're diabetic, it'll help you burn these sugars up, right?
Hmm.
The gentleman had to cut back on his doses
Yep.
because it was burning up too much of his sugars,
And it was crashing. Yes.
and he was crashing because, and he was the diabetic where he can't eat a lot of the sugar because his sugars will get too high, you know.
Correct.
So,
Yep.
and it was just burning everything. So it was like, whoa, really good for him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, and there's a whole bunch of different products in here. They have it in the powder forms.
Hmm.
Um, they have powder forms of it. And here this is the one I thought was really neat too, the topicals. I thought this one was really cool. Just because of the fact that I do have the leg issue, and the shoulder, both of my shoulders are jacked.
Yeah,
and
I
me
have it right here.
and,
Hmm.
that's the next thing I wanna try. That's the next one I wanna try.
Yeah,
Um, for my shoulder, for my knee, my hip, you know,
yep.
my
You know,
ankles.
and let me talk. I just put some on, and let me talk real quick about the topical, right?
Okay.
Because it's not going in any type of receptor, right? It's I'm putting it on my skin. But here's what happens: the key proponent to this is peppermint, and they
Mhm,
take peppermint so the pores open, and then when the pores open, your skin becomes a natural sponge,
mhm,
and then what it does is it pulls the CBD into your skin, and as it's absorbed into your skin, it goes into the pain receptors. Excuse me, into the
mhm.
pain receptors as it gets absorbed down. And I rub it on my hands, and my elbows. If you have arthritis like I do, and your hands hurt a lot, all you need is just a little, about the size of a dime. Put it on there, and you can do it two or three. You can do it as much as you want, and to keep it down. And over time, the pain goes away. That's how I fight my arthritis right now. Besides this elimination diet I'm on to make sure I'm not eating a food that inflames everything. Yeah,
Same,
and
same, same,
and
same.
and CBD. But we have the topical is absolutely amazing, and uh, I can't say enough about
Right,
the,
right.
the especially the topical, and how um, like if you cut your hand, it's going to burn a little bit, like if you put a cut on it, but you put the topical on
Mhm.
there if you don't have any CBD to put on it, and it helps promote healing. It might
Sure.
sting a little, but it helps promote healing because the CBD is getting raw form into your skin like that from the top side. Stuff's amazing.
Right on, right on, right on, right on. So, and now here's something I wanna talk about, okay? Now,
Hmm.
first off, I wanna ask you about this. Have you tried this coffee yet?
Man, I have not,
I want
and
to
I've,
so
I've
bad.
I've been a
I
bad
love
ambassador.
coffee.
Yeah, I've been a bad ambassador. I've got to renew my ambassadorship so I can do more with what I have. But the coffee is a new thing. It is hemp infused um, hemp infused coffee. And one of the and I'm going to tie you talk about the coffee. I'm going to tie it to the powders, right? That you had up just a little while ago.
Mhm.
Sometimes people, um, uh, when they take it in their C1 C2 receptors, it might be a little much for them up here. Their sensitivity to things might be a little too much up here, so they make it in a powder form so that you can ingest it through a regular drink, right?
Mhm.
And I got asked this one time, like, and you even asked me too, like, what's the difference between the powder and the dropper? The brain and your stomach are the only two organs that are actually have a nerve. They're tied together.
Talk to each
Like,
other? They talk to each other, basically.
they talk to each other. Stress gains weight.
Stomach
Stress
aches,
tells you
everything.
correct. It tells your brain to calm the stomach down, which produces all this stuff. I'm not a doctor and all, but anyway, gut and brain are tied together. When you're stressed out about something, people gain weight. When you have a lot of stress and things going on up here, it can cause cancer. Right? Stress can cause
Absolutely.
cancer.
And
So
what does cancer feed on? Sugar.
sugar. It
Cut it out.
absolutely. So
Cut it out.
so burn, ultracell, and CBG are, in my terms, weight management, focus, and cancer preventative. Cancer maintenance, however you want to call it. That is nitro. I can't go out and say that it cures cancer. I can't say it prevents cancer. I can't legally do all that, and I'm not going to. But for Andrew Hessler, old nitro here, that's what it did
It's what
for
you
me,
will
and
do.
that's what the science has done for me. Right? So,
Right.
I mean, it's endless. But that coffee, yeah, man, that right there is going to go in the
Amen.
good mood. If you think about it, if you're ever down in the even sometimes we get in our minds. I did it today over money. You know, sometimes you get down to your head and you're just like, oh, and then you just zone out and you're like, man, what the heck? Grab you a little happy cup of coffee. Fix it
Right
right
on.
now.
Right on. Right on. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's something else I wanted to bring up too.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Relief for troops.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your charity. And what it is when folks buy this product
Mm-hmm.
through Relief for Troops or, through one of the ambassadors, okay, um, it'll go money, portions of that will go, instead of putting it in our pocket, it's going to go towards Relief for Troops
Yes.
to afford veterans that might be able to benefit from this. Okay,
Yes.
and it helps you sleep. It helps with PTSD. Let's be honest. It helps with PTSD. It's not going to cure it. It helps
Yeah.
tremendously.
Yeah.
Okay, two combat vets right here.
Yep.
you know, um, so it's going to be a good thing. Okay, now in order to do that, okay, you would
Mm-hmm.
have to order it through myself or through him. Okay, or you could become an ambassador yourself, get these products cheaper,
Yes.
okay? And I know it sounds like a pyramid thing, and honest to God, it really is, okay? But there is a caveat, but okay,
Mm-hmm.
does it work? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely works. Okay. Can you make money with it? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make, once people see, if look, for instance, Andrew used it. He told me about it. I said, "Oh, I'm already on CBD, man." But then I watched him and I watched me. Needless to say, I don't take that stuff from what's it called again? Uh Sonoma, from Sonoma. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna put
Right.
the brand name out there. But it is a bottle. It is a
Yeah.
bottle, okay?
Yeah.
But it's by far night and day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um and I could sell that stuff too. I could do the
Yes.
same thing.
Yes.
But the lease is just, well, it says it right there. It's the Ultra company. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
invest so much money into product development,
Mm-hmm.
what's the word? Research and development, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not a BS company, man. This stuff really is real, man. This stuff really works.
Yeah.
And it's affording people, um I don't want to make it sound like it's a wonderful, miracle thing, even though it is kinda, but, I mean, it's giving people a new lease on life. I mean, let's be
Sure.
honest, it really is giving people a new lease on life.
Yeah.
I feel like if I woulda had this stuff back in 2016, my physical well-being would probably be night and day comparative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, better late than never. So,
Y-
but if you're interested in becoming an ambassador, or if you
Mm-hmm.
just wanna purchase it, okay? If you wanna purchase it and have portions of that money, actually, the whole profit would go towards Relief for Troop for other veterans to try this product out, have the opportunity. And if you are a veteran, um, you can go through the Patriot Act and
Mm-hmm.
you can get a lot of the fees waived and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
either way, you're
Patriot.
gonna help yourself. You're helping yourself and you're helping out veterans. Period. If you go through Relief for Troops, okay.
Yeah.
So that's just a caveat to put out there. And like I said, I can't say it enough, man. The stuff is amazing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm proof. You know, 2 months ago, I wasn't like this. 2 months ago, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I wasn't. I'm getting kind of choked up. I'm sorry. Um, I wasn't as energetic. I wasn't as positive thinking all the time. I mean, it's really changed how I feel physically, and feeling better physically makes, at least for me anyway, I'm pretty sure for everybody else too, but feeling good physically, you have a better mental awareness about yourself, You're able to focus better. You're able to do things that you couldn't do before.
Mm-hmm.
And point there, exactly what we were talking earlier. Look at poor Mike. Poor Mike. He showed me pictures of his back, and I shared that with Drew, and I was just like, "Holy, what the?"
Mm-hmm.
It was as like, man, how can this guy even walk, let alone
Yeah.
wake up in the morning? How can he? I mean, how is this guy even dealing with this?
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know Mike's a badass, okay? Okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. Anybody that can do what he's done with what he's got in his back, straight badass. That's all I can say. Okay.
For sure.
But now he's telling me, hey man, I haven't felt my foot or my feet in 9 months, and all of a sudden now I can start feeling my feet. I actually got up and went out in the yard today and did some yard work.
Mm.
And just 3 weeks ago, poor guy couldn't hardly get out of damn bed hardly.
Yeah.
Now he's outside doing yard work 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How can that be a bad thing, bro? It can't.
It is a true testament to I almost want to challenge, and if you could, while I say this, Chuck, go, if you'll search the Patriot program, it'll pull up the form, and we can talk about that the Patriot program. If there's anybody,
tab, right?
What's that?
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. It was under the join tab, wasn't it?
Well, you can, but if you just Google the Patriot program, I want to actually pull up the form so people can see that there is limitations to it. Mike, or anybody that has been on the line or on the edge or the wall that says, doesn't it? I charge anybody that has that negative stigma by it. I challenge you to try it. And this is what Relief for Troops, as we talk about, this was the thing about Relief for Troops, why we started it, is we wanted to raise money to be able to hand this out to veterans that, one, can't afford it, but could use a little help to get them to the next doctor's appointment or get them to the next whatever, right? Veterans that don't know anything about it, but are kind of on the edge of, I've got this medicine cabinet here that I live by, and then you're telling me that I can swipe all that away and go to this over time. I challenge those. That's the whole thing with Relief for Troops. But to be able to get the word out and help those that really need it, everybody can use it, but really need it. That's the goal behind Relief for Troops. And we're slowly getting there. We're all set up. We've got some donations coming in. COVID took a hard hit, but now we're able to talk about it on this platform. Mm-hmm.
Here's a question for you too. Where is it made?
Well, it's grown in Colorado, right under the eye of the United States Department of Agriculture, but it's distributed out of Plano and here in North Texas, just north of Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I was getting at.
Yep, right here in Texas, but they ship all over the country. Now, there are some states that have if you can't really, you can't do CBD in some states or whatever. I mean, sure. That's kind of like, I'm going to step on my platform for just a quick second and talk about the military. When President Trump passed the Farm Act, after all the studies about CBD, there was a time before that where the CEO of the company actually went to and sat in front of the Senate and took a bottle of this stuff and showed it to Mitch McConnell, all those Congress people up there, all those politicos up there. Farm bill was passed that said CBD is no longer considered a class one drug. CBD. Mm-hmm. Now, to make sure that it's true CBD, companies would have to spend millions and millions of dollars to make sure that it's right. Exactly. It's true non-CBD. Zalith did that in the millions. Why? Because they knew in the long run that this was the way for hope. This is a way for people to get well and have something natural. So they went and they spent the money on it, and I'm glad they did, because I'm, Mike is now testament. I'm testament. You're testament. My dad, before he passed away, was actual testament. My sister Carmela is testament. So these are true people, and mind you, there's thousands of people that take this stuff every day from Zalise. They're ambassadors. Um,
Mhm.
so that's Relief for Troops. The cool thing that we're going to do with Relief for Troops, I'm actually going to put the form on the website when I get to it, is the Patriot Program. Um, Patriot Program is a VIP customer status that waives membership to Zalise. They waive the membership to it, and you get the discount that ambassadors do. And you can have your own personal supply of three things per month at the ambassador price, and they waive the initial membership fee. So what that means is, if you're non-military and you want to be an ambassador, you have to pay. If you pay the basic $99 to become an ambassador, you get it at a discount. But you don't make any commission if you help people. Like, if there's no commissions behind it. If you become a bronze and then a gold, there is. However, under the Patriot Act, or the Patriot Program, um, this is strictly designed for you to have your own ambassador discounted supply. You don't make you can't sell it. You can't do anything. But for you, because you've served, and our way of giving back to you is, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and give you the ambassador discount. We're going to waive the membership fee to become a member of Zalise, and you can have your up to three products per month. Any three of the five things that you see there on the screen,
Mhm.
because those are the things right there that I feel, um, are the most important. And if you wanted to buy other stuff, then you can retail. But under the Patriot Program, as you set your account up, this is what you get. If it was me and I didn't have the funds to do it, but I didn't want to take all the meds anymore, I'd be like, I'll pay $105 per bottle instead of the $150 plus shipping. So if I got to spend $180, and you get a discount for auto ship. If you set up your auto ship, you even get more of a discount,
Mhm.
right? That's true. That's absolutely true. You get more of a discount. I was getting 2 bottles of CBD for $175 shipped.
Mhm.
So, and that was before
That's
the
pretty
Patriot
cool.
Program. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what we want: veterans that just want help, just want to get better, but they're limited income. But if they can handle this waives the fee, and they get that discount.
Right. And again, that's what a lot of the that's what Relief for Troops is for. For people that buy this through Relief for Troops
Hmm.
will afford another veteran, because we do go to different events. We do, for instance, cars and coffee.
Hmm.
We might do and then for me, I own a Glock parts, a custom parts thing, a business where I can help you upgrade your Glocks for whatever you want. So I go to
Yeah.
gun shows. At these gun shows, I promote this as well. Okay.
Hmm.
So it's something, that we always go out with. Do you think you're not going to see a veteran at a gun show?
Right.
Come on. Right.
Right.
So, point is, wherever we go, we're always trying to put this out, to help other veterans.
Yeah.
Especially guys with PTSD or, they get the guilt, survivor's guilt. You know what I mean? And this
Yeah.
helps you mentally and physically, deal with that stress. And it's not
Yeah.
an easy thing to do. You know what I mean? But it does help. It helps tremendously help. So, if you really want to do a good thing for, a veteran or uh, veterans in general, and you want and you could really benefit from this. buy it through Relief for Troops, buy it through myself, or buy it through Drew, whichever, and it's going to go towards helping another veteran. We're not doing it to make money. We're doing it because it makes us
To help.
feel better because of the products that we're taking, and we're
Right.
showing people, hey, this works. This
Right.
really works. This is how I was,
Yeah.
a year ago to where I am now.
Right.
Believe me now. Check it out. Try it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's what
And
it's all about.
yeah, and people that want to be, and I want to make sure I say this too, that if you do want to be a full-fledged ambassador like myself, that's a different route, right? That's a total different route. We can help you set that up too. The charity has a donate button on the webpage, that you can donate, and it goes into the Relief for Troops account, and we go ahead and we take that and we buy product and then we hand it out. We're hopefully this next year we have our a big event where we can hand out some product on the 17th. We're going to be out in we'll make a commercial for it, but we're going to be out there in the Spring Branch area north of San Antonio, and with the race cars there. Hopefully mine will be there, and we're going to have a fundraising event that's being put on by Spiderware Tech. He's a veteran, and to do just this, and we are going to have this form. We are going to have these forms up there. If anybody wants to partake in becoming a patriot, part of the Patriot program, we need a DD 214. There is stimulation. There are stipulations. You have to show that you were in service. And the DD 214, you'll need an ID and all that stuff. But to be able to get the discount, you have to be a 99. You have to be a bronze ambassador. So that's $100, and then you have to have you as an ambassador, you have to carry so much binary volume every month to get the discount. So you take all that and just say you're a veteran. Oh, tell you what we're going to do. You can have your own supply of whatever you need of these 4 items, or five items there. These 5. No cost for membership. You're a VIP customer. We're going to waive that fee, and we're going to give you the discount that the ambassadors get that have to pay the extra fees because we're trying to do other stuff with it, right? That's just the way it is.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'd be like, I'm down. And all I got to do is pay $105 a month for 1 bottle, and I get 3. I can pick either one that I want. I mean, it's $99 for each one, right? So if you only have like $200, you'd be like, well, I can only get one. You can still get one thing affordable, discounted for 30 days, and now you're a VIP customer, VIP for life. You do not have to do this again. It doesn't go away. Ambassadors, we have to pay yearly $45 to once we get back in. But again, for our veterans, if you just simply say, look, I just need something and I need it affordable. Think about how much money you spend at the mom and pop for a 4 or 5 day thing of CBD that has THC in it.
Here's a question I got. Okay. Now, I know a majority of veterans, and I know a majority of the population use tobacco.
Yes.
Okay, cigarettes, chewing tobacco, whichever the case may be. Okay? Last I knew, a can of Copenhagen, because I was a Copenhagen fan myself. Can of Copenhagen cost you about was it $8, something like that, $7, $8, something like that.
Not now. It's more than that.
It's been a while since I bought a can of Copenhagen. Yeah, I quit that too. But when I quit smoking, pack of cigarettes was like damn near $9, $10 a pack. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, average smoker smokes what, pack a day? Average?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's $9 a day. We'll just call it $9.
Yep.
Okay. Now, The reason you're going to be taking CBD or taking this stuff from Zalease is because you want to get healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to get healthy, I probably want to start by stopping smoking, right? And that's going to be pretty stressful.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just be honest. It's stressful. I know. I quit. I know. I smoked for 40 years and I quit cold turkey. It is
Yeah.
not easy. Okay. Even today, to this day, you know, um, I'll think about it. I don't really crave it, but I'll think about it. And it kind of gets on my nerves a bit, But
Mm-hmm.
$9 a pack. Let's get back to that. $9 a pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you probably thought, oh my God, $105 a month? Are you crazy? Think about this. $9 a day, 30 days. We won't even say
Yeah.
31 days. We'll say
No.
30 days.
Yeah.
How much is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you wanted to break it down, $3, like $3.50 some cents a day
Mm-hmm.
to pay for your body to feel better. Not feeling like, oh my God, I'm freaked out over all these cigarettes I'm smoking. I can't breathe. But now I'm spending $3.50 a day and I still have, $5.50 left from the money that I was using. You
Yeah.
know, I could go buy me a smoothie at the health food store and I can take my CBD at the same time and I feel great
Yeah.
for the same amount of money, you
Yeah.
know? So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it really is. I mean, think about it. If you're taking this to be healthy, why smoke? Why chew
And
tobacco? You
yeah,
know? So if you give that up, you have the money.
yeah. Can
If
you? I
your
mean,
well-being and your health is important to you, you'll do it just like I did.
that topic is like talking politics, right? It really is. If you think about it, it's like talking politics. You're going to complain about one thing, and it's too much to do the right thing. It costs too much to do
Right.
the right thing. It's fun to do the bad stuff until it catches up with you, and then it's like, oh, but it costs so much. Say it all the time. I'll say it about race car parts. I'll say it right now about race car parts.
Guns.
$1,200 ambassadorship, $1,500 for a set of heads. Well, sorry, but I will hold off on my CBD so I can put that car out to do what makes me happy. Number one, and two, that's our vehicle for getting awareness out to the troops. Okay.
Right.
However,
I get
when
it.
it's my health, yes. Can I just wait on a couple things for the car so I can get what I got to do? Yes, I can. That's the struggle that a lot of people have when you're talking about something that's so small. It's not a big bottle. It's not big. $105 for this? Well, yeah, this bottle of topicals lasts me almost 3 months. $100, right? Because I don't have to use it all the time, but it's there readily available when I need it, right? CBD, it's 30 days, and once you get to a certain point, all you have to do is take a half a dropper, and you're still getting more CBD than you really need. So now you got 60 days. But people have to get over the whole cost of something,
Right.
to understand, damn, you're right. If the doctor gives it to you for free, great. But then why complain if it doesn't work? Well, that's because they're going to give you what they believe is going to work, what have you not, unless you have a great doctor like mine, where she'll tell me, don't get it here. Go to Amazon and get this. I do it all the time, and this is a lot better than this, and you can save $5, right? So I say all that for this one quote that I heard a long time ago. In the beginning, we squander our health for our wealth. But in the end, we need to squander our wealth for our health.
You're
And
absolutely
people do not understand that you can't complain about something if you're not willing to try to fix it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
when you talk about CBD and Zalease, yes, it's $105. People that go to the mom and pop smoke shops, how much do you spend on a 2 or 3 ounces of weed just to get the little bit of effect that it is, besides the fact that you want to get high. Take away the highness. What are you truly doing it for? Because it takes my pain away. Okay. How much do you spend? Do the math. Do the math. And here we can get you on a program that is just for you. You do not need to meet any criteria. You don't have to pay any extra money. We're going to give you the ambassadorship for free, all because you serve this great nation.
Right on.
If you can afford a case of beer, a pack of cigarettes, and a log of snuff that is like almost $80 now for an entire log.
Yeah.
You can say, I'm going to give $100 back to me so I can feel better, sleep better. I'm tired of these dreams. I'm tired of aching. I'm tired of all this other stuff. I'm going to get on and say, then shut your mouth and give it a shot. Give your body a chance out of your pocketbook
to heal, man.
To heal. To heal. I don't go to physical therapy. I refuse to do it. Ain't got that kind of time. Mm-hmm. Don't need to. Zalise does its thing. I'm up exercise. Besides the diet that I'm on, I'm down 14 pounds, in 2 weeks, but, feeling a lot better. But my body is, that's another thing too, is you still have to take care of your body. You can't try to get on this stuff and then go over there and live on Whataburger, Wendy's, or McDonald's and expect everything's going to be kosher. It's not going to work. Sorry, guy. Therein lays the reality. But if you're doing everything right and you still have to take all these pills and you got to do all this other stuff, we are here to put you on the most affordable path to wellness that you will find.
I agree.
Legally. And that's my box. That's my box on it.
Gotcha. Well, you know what I want to do?
Yeah.
God dang it. It's already 2 minutes after. Dang it. All right. Well, now let me ask you this. Does anybody have any questions? I mean, there was only like hold on. There's like one person watching so far.
Still. Yeah, we had 5 and 1 dropped down, but if anybody has any questions,
man, and if you're catching this at a later time, you can always email us. Please email us.
Yes.
If I can put that up there for you real quick. Here you go. There you go. gearheadsandguardians@gmail.com. Give us a shout anytime. Mm-hmm. We'll get with you. Again, I know it's a rough subject at times, but if you're contemplating, even thinking about harming yourself or anything like that, before you do anything, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
988. If you're a veteran, 988 option 1. Okay. And there was something that I wanted to share too, real quick before we dip out of here. It said if you are in crisis, you can contact the Veterans Crisis Line 24 hours a day. Call 988. Press 1 for veteran. There's also a chat. Okay. And this is kind of geared towards veterans at the moment, but again, the 988 thing, that's not just for veterans, that's for everybody.
Everybody.
Option one is for veterans. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can even do a chat if you're a veteran. Okay, you can do a chat. It's https:// www.veterancrisisline.net / okay, and it's a chat. If you don't feel comfortable talking to somebody, voice chatting, you can chat with them. Okay, you can even text message them at 838-255. Okay, so if you are contemplating, or if you feel just depressed, or you're just down and you don't want to go down that road that'll lead you to something really bad, you're trying to be smart and be preventive, man, pick up that computer, pick up your cell phone, shoot us an email. Okay.
Yeah.
We trust me, there's a lot of, and since we started doing this podcast or show on YouTube, okay, I've been actively researching a lot of the veteran programs that are out there. My God, I was not aware.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew there was a lot, but man, there is a lot. I mean, a lot. Okay, tons. Okay, I've actually started taking part in some of these programs. You know, because I want to see what they're about. I want to be better. And like I said, that's why I'm on Zalise. I want to get better. I want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
improve my life. I want to, do better things with my life. I want to do better things for veterans. I want to do better things for my family. And this is starting to roll out and make things better for me to do those things.
Sure.
So
And you have to be healthy
again,
to do
guys,
that.
look, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yep.
And it's not hard. It's not hard to do. It's just discipline, man. That's what
Yeah.
it boils down to one thing: discipline. Are you
Have.
disciplined enough to tell yourself, "This is what I'm gonna do. This is
Yep.
what I'm gonna stick to." Your health isn't like a New Year's resolution.
Yep.
This is real deal stuff. This is your life,
Yep.
okay? Don't waste it away. I'm 54
Yeah.
years old, smoked for 40 years. I haven't felt this good in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
serious.
humility is a big part of that too, man. And real quick, I agree with everything you just said, and I wanna just throw in there to the side that people have to be humble enough to be
Mhm.
able to set some of the bad stuff to the side just for a little while. Even
Yeah.
but temptation is there's more temptation to do harm than there is good to our bodies. I understand that now. I didn't understand it when I was younger. Who
Exactly.
does, you know? But when you have what I call the aha moment in your life, that aha moment is going to be one of proportions, and you're going to find yourself. Mm, you did that with smoking.
I
I
did.
did that. I did that with things that I grew up with as a little child, and how I grew up. And it took me until I was in the 40s to figure out that, whoa, I really need to work on this. And Zaliste helped me realize it because it calmed everything down. The art of Bushido and Jiu-Jitsu helped me down. When I'm in the race car, I put that helmet on. It's like taking a shot of CBD. I calm down. Believe it or not, I calm down. But those are those aha moments that's going to tell on you. And when it comes to your health, listen to your doctor. I would not be here if I didn't. If I had not
Mhm.
listened to the doctor finally, and I probably could have caught this at a sooner stage had I not been hard headed. You know, seriously,
Wow.
it's a true statement. If I not have been that man, we don't. You know what? We just we until it takes me down. I don't want to know. I'm here to
Yep.
tell you. When it does, you're going to go, damn, I should have listened to that shit a long time ago. That's straight up. So,
Right.
veterans, I'll end with this. Veterans, we have an opportunity for you to economically get healthy and get off all that crap. You don't have to wait on a doctor to give it to you. You don't have to wait on an appointment for you to get it assigned to you or referred to you. You don't have to wait on anybody to give you permission to take it. You don't have to wait on anybody else at your work to go, oh, well, we need, yes, fine, take your analysis of that if you really don't believe it. But now they're saying as long as it doesn't have no THC and you can prove it, you're good to go. Get off the other crap that's got all the side effects. This doesn't have any. Veterans, I'm telling you.
It'll help you. It'll help you. It'll help you.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing that I want to find out about,
Yeah.
and I'm steadily every day got my blood pressure cuff out. I check my blood pressure 3 or 4 times a day.
Yep.
I literally just got out of the hospital. As a matter of fact, it was 2 days before I started doing Zalise, and it's my blood pressure shot sky high. My heart
Mm-hmm.
rate was real low. Still can't to this day. They still can't figure out what the hell happened to me. Okay,
Yeah.
but what I want to find out for sure is this going to help my blood pressure? It's helping me with a lot of other things. Is it going to help with that too? You know,
So,
more
if
to
I
come
may,
on that one.
yeah, and if I and you put it out there, so if I can take a couple minutes to address it, I know we're going over, but let me go and address it because that's a great thing. Because my girlfriend on the way home, she's like, I don't know, I'm on this new shot and it made my heart flutter, whatever, and I'm glad you brought it up real quick. The body runs off the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is the computer inside your body that tells everything what to do. It tells your brain what to do. This is happening here, that's happening here. It regulates your blood, it regulates your weight, it does all this stuff. That's your endocannabinoid system. And guess what it has in it? It's got hemp. It's got a natural hemp in your body. It's in your body. When things, I got COVID. COVID was a little bit different than a cold, right? Let's just say that. But since I've been on CBD, I haven't had the flu, haven't had pneumonia, I haven't had any cold. I've had some allergies every now and then, but that's allergies. That's Texas weather, right? But I haven't been sick. I haven't been sick with cancer since being on CBD. Because the endocannabinoid system's energized with the hemp. When you take your CBD and it gets, your brain says, "Aha! Look what I got," and it tells you ECS, "Hey, look what we got. We got some nitromethane here. Let's get some going." That is how your body starts going. Ah, okay, we got a little shot of NOS going on here. Let's go ahead and get our lines right. Let's get our mind right, and what have you not. Yes, it helps regulate your body in every form. Because your computer is getting the power that it needs to do what it's designed to do. After we turn 35, 30 years old or whatever, we lose 30-some% of our ECS compatibility, or what's the word? Capability. It dwindles a lot. Sure. That's why older people can get sick faster. It's not because they're more susceptible to stuff. It's because their ECS is slowed down.
Right. Now, here's another question I got.
Yeah.
Just to close this out.
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about folks getting old. Okay. And I fall into that group.
You don't get your free coffee yet, no, so.
Not till next year. But my question is, and maybe you might know, because like I said, I'm researching a lot and I haven't found anything on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
When men get to a certain age,
yes,
in their life, sometimes things don't work as good. Gotcha. Is that something that's going to help these folks out with that as well?
So I've never researched that particular issue, because that normally comes from blood flow, right? There's something with the blood flow, and I'm going to assume, besides overweight and besides coronary issues with your heart, right? There might be some other things going on. I'm going to go on a limb to say it can only help the situation because of what it does to your body.
Right.
It can only help. It's not going to make it worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it all works on your body. And you said something about diabetics, and we didn't. I want to say something about the burn real quick. Because when you talk about weight management and appetite suppression, that's what the burn does. Because what's in it? It's got chromium. What's the Indian herb?
Cumin.
No, it's got cinnamon, chromium, and there's the Indian herb in there that stimulates metabolism, right?
What is that, Maggie? What is that?
What is it called?
Used in the Indian food. It's curry.
Curry.
Is that what
Thank you.
About?
Yes. So curry. Because it's a spice, and when you put spices on your tongue, everybody's like, "Why do I start sweating?" Well, that's because your body said, "Oh crap, we got some energy here," because it's a heat, right? Well, burn has that in it. But what it also does on the appetite suppression side is it doesn't tell your body not to eat. It tells your gut that hold off, because the pancreas is making sugar, and I've got enough sugar from the pancreas to have my energy. When your body starts using the energy and the sugar from your pancreas, your gut's going, "I ain't got to work. I don't need to take anything in because my body's got enough sugar." And that's the endocannabinoid system and your brain saying, "Gut, you're good," because the burn has energized that part of the brain with the spices to utilize the energy and metabolism that comes from the sugar that comes from your pancreas. That is how burn works. So it doesn't go in there and say, "I'm not hungry." it just goes over time. It says, I don't need as much food because I don't need as much energy, because if you're diabetic and you produce a lot of sugar, right, we're gonna help you down. And that's what burn does. I wanted to touch on that deal. So just the properties of everything is just amazing, man. Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, it's that time since it's quarter
Yeah,
after.
it is. Yeah, we're a quarter after. We can
So,
talk all night about this stuff. This is amazing.
right. So with that being said, guys, again, 988, if you're thinking about doing something bad to yourself or hurting somebody else, email us. Our email's right there. Last thing I want to say, okay, down there, right about in here somewhere, there's a like button. There's a subscribe button. If you would be so kind as to click those. That way you don't miss any of our shows. You don't miss any of our antics or our information that we put out.
Mm-hmm.
Because things are going to be changing when more the summertime gets here. We got some really cool things planned for race season. Um,
Get some shows.
let's just say, let's just say this: you're going to feel like you're there driving. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that.
It's gonna be good
All
times.
right. Good times. There'll be, we're gonna get some pictures and some footage at the range. It's gonna be a lot of good fun, a lot of good information we're gonna put out. And look, if there's subjects that you guys think about that you want us to cover, shoot us an email and say, hey, what do you think about doing this, or whatever have you, or hey, Chuck, shut up, we don't want to hear from you anymore. Let Aaron, Andrew talk, or whatever. That's something. Just give us give us a shout out, man. Give us a shout out. And with that being said, guys, God bless you, man. It was definitely a pleasure.
Yeah, God bless, man.
Talk with you all tonight, and we'll see you next Wednesday, man. For
Next Wednesday.
9.
Be
7
there.
o'clock. Be there. God bless y'all. Take care, and we'll see y'all next week.
Ooh.
Ooh-ah.